Hi, I am Matt Bruzes, your host for Campus Quest, the show that finds new activities to enrich your college experience. This week, we will be meeting with Sustainability Office Coordinator Wes Enterline to learn about how students create a more sustainable culture on campus.
At the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, we're passionate about learning. Our talented faculty members blend teaching with research, creating hands-on learning experiences for students. Warhawk Pride thrives at UW-Whitewater, where student-athletes excel on the field and in the classroom, where diversity is celebrated. A tradition of excellence. Find your passion here.
Welcome to the University Bookstore. The University Bookstore provides students with the opportunity to purchase apparel, gift items, textbooks, snacks, supplies, and other necessities right here on campus. The bookstore is also home to textbook rental, where you can find many of your required textbooks. Our friendly staff always goes the extra mile to provide customers with a quick and pleasant experience. Visit the bookstore today to find great deals on everything you need to succeed as a Warhawk.
Here at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, we ensure the safety of others. Our CSOs provide a number of services, such as vehicle jump starts, vehicle unlocks, building lockouts, and walking escorts. Do not be afraid to call 472-4660. CSOs, always there to protect and serve.
The Department of Communication offers students the opportunity to explore the world through the faculty-led travel study program. The course consists of both in-class lecture and a 3-week travel component at the end of the semester.
You have a life that is insanely busy. You don't have to give up so much time to do a 3-week travel study, and you can compact a lot in 3 weeks.
The course is worth 3 credits and is open to all majors. The program features group travel with peers and faculty.
I think the benefit of traveling in a group like the travel study is there's always somebody there to experience new things with you, and you always have new friends to gain.
Travel Study offers a variety of travel destinations, including a trip to Ireland every other year. Develop new relationships, participate in enriching cultures, and experience personal growth while abroad.
With the travel study, it was so great being able to go to places and really experience the value that they can give to our own culture and just to me as a person.
For more information, please visit.
I want to welcome and thank you, Wes, for joining me today. How can students be volunteers and help sustain the environment?
With the Sustainability Office, we offer 3 kind of primary volunteer opportunities. The first one is associated with the garden, the campus garden. We have a 2,500 square foot growing space right next to the health center and the bookstore on Saron Road. So it's a nice central location for people to come in and get some volunteer hours. A lot of people that come volunteer with us end up needing hours for college business requirements or other types of things like that. But our hope is when they get involved with us that they start to kind of appreciate some of the goals that we have with the campus garden, which is really to serve local food pantries with a variety of fresh, local, organically grown produce. During the off season, we focus more on the greenhouse. So we work up in the greenhouse. We do a lot of different plant propagation and things like that during the colder months. So it gives us an opportunity to really provide a year-round opportunity for students to come volunteer with us, and we'll sign off on hours for all of that. During the fall semester, from September to about November, we will go out to the nature reserve and collect prairie seeds. So we collect usually about 30 to 35 different species of prairie seeds throughout the whole season, and we'll plant new areas of the prairie to try to establish that. It's called a prairie reconstruction. It was all basically former agricultural area, and we're trying to rebuild that into a more native landscape. So the goal there would be just to kind of come out, pick seeds, and enjoy hopefully nice weather. If you wait too long, it gets a little cold. So going out in
Especially
September and
Wisconsin.
October, a couple hours, It's hardly work at all, honestly. It's kind of like a little treasure hunt. It's like old school Pokemon, I guess, Pokemon Go. So, and then the third one is stream monitoring, which we do from April through October. So we go out to Whitewater Creek, located right here in Whitewater, right next to campus. Then Springbrook Creek and Bluff Creek. Bluff Creek is in the state natural area, and Springbrook Creek runs through the golf course right outside of town. We do very basic water quality measurements out there, just to get a sense of what capacity that water has for harboring life. So those are the three primary ones. We do a lot of different kind of random cleanups and things like that throughout the year, depending on the weather, but those three we tend to run consistently year to year, and we have for several years now.
So which one of the three would you think is most popular and why?
I would say generally the garden has been the most popular, particularly when you get into like September, when you come out and there's a lot of things to eat while you work. So our goal now is to shift the production for the campus garden over to serve the Warhawk Pantry, the food pantry located in Drumlin Hall. So there's really a big incentive for us to try to get students involved in trying things that they've never tried before, to learn how to use healthier foods in cooking and in meals. So that's really been our focus. And then we'll go down and collect produce from the Whitewater City Market every Tuesday, and we donate that to the community food pantry. So they get a good volume from the vendors of the city market. And we're really excited to be able to finally divert some of our produce to on campus for students to actually use. But it tends to be most popular because there's a lot more excitement around coming out and picking produce right off the vine and kind of learning what tomato plants look like. But I'd say there's always a lot of interest in stream monitoring because you get to kind of go out and splash around and play in nature, and if the weather is really nice, there's even more popularity. So we get some really nice days that people want to go out and just enjoy the beautiful weather and kind of contribute in a pretty low impact way. I would say none of our stuff is really a lot of work. The garden tends to be the most, but when you get into later season, it's really just you're just skimming the cream off the top. You're just getting the harvest. The weeds are really not an issue later in the year.
Thank you for explaining the different opportunities students can do to help. When we come back, we'll learn more about the Sustainability Office.
Whether you live on campus or commute, University of Wisconsin-Whitewater's 13 dining locations offer many benefits while working for dining services. From meal prepping, catering events, to working alongside others, dining service is flexible with hours, customer focus, and offers management advancement. University of Wisconsin-Whitewater's dining services, where coworkers learn to work together in a friendly environment. To work for dining services, contact campus-dining.com/UWW or stop by one of the 13 locations to get your application today.
Video One Media Services provides accomplished students the opportunity to enhance their college experience by working with real-world clients. In addition, we provide clients local and affordable video options to better enhance their media needs. For more information on how Video One Media Services can help you with your next media project, email or call our office at 262-472-5659.
Welcome back as we continue to learn about how to volunteer. Do students need to sign up, or are they just show up at a site?
So it kind of varies on the different opportunities we have. The one you do need to sign up for is screen monitoring. And the biggest well, there's several reasons, but the biggest one is we need to know what size waders you wear. We go into not really deep creeks, but deep enough to go over the top of somebody's boots. So we use hip waders, which basically just come up, to cover your legs. And in order for us to really kind of prepare in advance, we need to know what size you wear, what size shoe you wear, basically is what it comes down to. We also, since two of our sites were located outside of Whitewater, we need to work out the transportation side. Whitewater Creek, people can walk to. So we usually let a lot more people volunteer at that one. But the other two, we have to kind of manage the transportation side. With Prairie Seed, you just show up whenever we have it scheduled. We advertise that usually through Facebook. We try to get it on our website and a whole variety of different venues. So you just show up at the kiosk located on Schwager Road. So it's called the Hoffman kiosk, but it's not really well labeled. But if you think about where Wellers is, and there's a softball field kind of out by the parking lot there, it's right across the street from there. So you'll know it when you see it if you kind of get in the right area. And then the campus garden is another one where you just show up to. If you just show up and say you want to help out, we'll put you to work, and you can come and go really based on your schedule. You don't have to stay for the full 2-hour block. But normally we tend to run things in 2 hours. It's probably the most manageable block of time for people to commit to.
Definitely. I'd like to thank you for meeting with me and telling how students can learn to help. This is Matt Bruzes. Tune in next time to Campus Quest.